Next up we have Racto or Boros cycling. So the idea with this deck is that just every single 1 mana cycling spell from the new set, let's just Zenith Flare them. I played a game with this offline last night, and yeah, I just end up just casting four spells the entire match. They were all Zenith Flares and I won the game. So there's not too much to say about this. We do have some Valiant Rescuers and Dranth Stingers that allow us to kind of have another game along with the Fox, but a lot of the time the Flare is just going to be good enough, so these should be fast and furious. Yeah, this hand's fine. So Yorion, big control deck. Just need to resolve some Zenith Flares and we'll win, is the idea. So every single 1 mana cycling spell, we're just going to cycle these. We don't really have any payoffs that we need to worry about, so this could well be the Elementals deck we've just finished playing, looking at it. So at which point I'm just going to play the Valiant Rescuer, try and make some 1/1s. Seems we've now drawn that. No, it's 4 color nonsense, sure. Nah, I'm not going to play it out. If they have another Omen, it just completely blows me out. We literally don't have to do much beyond this. Opponent's deck's unlikely to have too much life gain unless they get Omen of the Sun. Some of these decks have been playing Omen of the Sun. Depends if they might just be Naya. No, they are 4 color. Okay. Kenny. Yeah, we don't have to do much beyond this. We just need to find our extra copy of Zenith Flares, which we're 8% to do, and we've obviously got a lot of cards to draw to them, so. Kind of being able to gain life might be inconvenient though. We'll see how we get on. We should just be able to get enough over the top where the value doesn't actually matter. So a flare for what would be 15 at the moment. We can also play out Lotus under Rescuer. Lotus Rescuer seems like that would be fine, and then we can Memory Leak as well. Or cycle a Memory Leak. Might mean they have to jam Yorion rather than... yeah, sure. That's the wrong target. It's like this just literally did its thing. How many Omen of the Forges? This looks like it was just enough of a distraction. We're probably going to have to cast this next turn, though, because otherwise we are going to die to the Kenrith plus the 6 points of burn off the Audion. So we're definitely blocking. If they want to give trample, that's fine. They don't. Okay, sure. Grazer, yep. Sure. If they jam the audio on, they might just be dead. Well, there's the second flare, so let's try and find the thing. I mean, that's pretty much spot on, because now it means that we find a third flare, sure. Because they can only activate this once. So as soon as they try and do that now, kill you. $18 ball you. Opponent should have just been gaining life with the Kenrith there, but I'm not going to complain about it. This deck, what you can do with this is you can kind of move your sideboard cards around and think, do they play cheap creatures? Are they likely to kill you before turn 5? No? Okay. That's certainly how I've been taking sideboarding with this. If they've not been playing something that has meant that you actually want to kill their little creatures, then just resubmit. There's literally no need to do anything different with it. Right, come on, opponent. Let's go again. Yeah, we have 4 cyclers and 3 mana. This seems fine. I guess they can potentially bring in Aether Gusts here, so it might be. This is one of the matchups where we potentially might want to cast the Memory Leaks to try and clear a path. So we cannot cast these cards. Just for reference, we have no blue mana in our deck. They're purely just as 1 mana cycling spells. The Fox is a pretty good one, but we're not going to play it this turn because we can't get out of Omen of the Forge range. Because this is another way that we can win the game, just by making one big Fox and smacking them with it. But there's just no point running it into an Omen of the Forge. But I can probably play it next turn, make it a 3/3, and then keep making it bigger and bigger. All these beautiful cards that I cannot cast. Please point that at my Fox. Thank you. opponent's learning a lesson pretty the hard way here. So you wait for your opponent to do things. They might completely blow me out with some kind of main phase thing here, and that was just to try and tap me out, but I think it's unlikely. Night of Autumn, sure. Is this gaining 4 life? Or are they trying to make it big? Gaining 4 life, sure. Let's play another Fox out. Sure. No point doing this until they make a play, and they might play like a Deafening Clarion or something. We might get a bit more value out of them. But that's exactly the reason never to main phase any abilities if you can avoid it. Also to make sure that all of your triggers resolve before doing anything else. This is probably the most useless one. This is 10 damage already. We're just going to attack. So yeah, we don't need the flare to be able to win games, it just kind of helps. I think I'm just supposed to jam damage here. Also moves us towards a flare. There we go, we found a flare as well. So I mean, this is going to be 18, so your move. I'm gonna scry our way. Whee! This deck does not take particularly long to play any games, so we'll play a few of these. It's also exceptionally fun. We're not close to that level yet, are we? No. So first time in a long time where I've actually been playing basically every day. So. I'd love to go first. Yeah. It's like we get 3 draw steps at another land. See, never in doubt. I heard you doubting. I heard you all. You were definitely doubting it. Just need to believe. Yeah, sure. You take a card away from this. taking a rescuer, sure. Could do with finding a white source, but what's our odds of finding a white source? This usually shows me. Why is it not showing me? Oh no, it's broken. Usually when you hover over the land it shows you the percentages for getting to certain colours. For some reason that one isn't. Okay, we found one, so... I mean, we're just going to jam this one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, we've kind of found an extra couple lands here, so we're closer to flooding out than not now. Heartless Act. Sure, let's cycle. Gonna hit them for one, they're gonna like it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you take that one, opponent. You take that one. Their sleeves are cool. Yep, sure. So I think this is the Dimir control deck that we were playing yesterday. So this usually goes slightly bigger. Yeah, okay, so this would be a good turn for us to draw Zenith Flare. We've got at least 3 draws at it, so... Let's see what we can hit. Woof. Lands. Right, I think we are supposed to play out the Loris and play out a Rescuer. So we've got 11, basically, number of cards in graveyard equals number of cards that the Zenith Flare deals, which is quite nice. To make a 1/1. Find a healer, sure. Well, I mean, I'll play another. Am I supposed to play a Stinger instead? Yeah, we'll play a Stinger. The Ashiok potentially being able to hit like our draw 4s is kind of scary, but this attacks or blocks, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't really want to. We'll just be hitting them for 2. Wow. What is your hand that you're willing to do that? I mean, they're dead next turn if they don't have a... Are they just planning on, like... I don't even know. Memory Leak and Frostvale Ambush. Sure, let's cycle. We'll obviously draw land here after they exiled 2 things. Oh no, let's just keep pinging them away. Okay, so can never play around the negates, so. Alright, let's have the fear about what they're hitting. 2 lands, perfect. Yeah, nothing. Okay, fine. Just gonna let them do that. I mean, they get to play 2 1/1s and 3 spells that don't do anything, so. It's only 3 spells anyway, so they get to cast 2 1/1s. Got 6 lands left in our deck. We've got 3 Zenith Flares. Got a bunch of Cyclers left. Yeah, that's fine. I got nothing. They get to exile a cycling card from my graveyard. Guess tapping those is kind of relevant. Make a 1/1, sure. Yup. I got a backup Ashiok, sure.
The regrets of the shadows awaken.
Please die. Exiles 4 cards. Sure. Now you die. Erebos' intervention to exile my graveyard was rude. There's literally no point. Easiest deck ever. If you're interested in something where you just get to resubmit and you don't really care, then just get to crack it on. His hand seems fine. This means that this can't die to Heartless Act, which is great. They can either remove the counters or whatever, but they can't kill it, so as soon as it's got counters on it, so Play another Fox, we're probably going to cycle 2 more things. 5 of them. Who doesn't love drawing cards? Like, seriously, who doesn't love drawing cards? So the deck, that when we played this deck, they just had Extinction Event. Yeah, okay. They just had Extinction Event as their Wrath of choice, so which obviously would deal with both of our creatures, but it's very specific to be able to get it, so. Last of our dailies. What are we at in terms of Vault 150? Right. Let's go again for another couple of these. See if we can't win another couple. We're going to see Yorion. Sure. Looks like it could be 4/4 color stuff again. Could do drawing some cycling spells. Oh, okay, no, it's the deck we played earlier. So if they're playing elementals. Okay, we're just about not stalling here, so. Might be Cavalier here. It didn't have a. Whatever it's called, the thing, the elemental deal damage. Omnath. Omnath? It's not even Omnath, is it? I can't remember. Cavalier Thorns, yep. Makes sense. Didn't know anything interesting. Doesn't look like it. No, it was purely just lands. Straight at the bottom, sure. So we get to cycle this. Then we get to cast it with our Loris. I think we're supposed to attack. Right, they get to block the Loris, but they take 5, go to 12. And that means these Zenith Flares are nearly lethal. Like we're struggling for spells, so but if we find some, I think we're pretty much there. Like these are obviously dealing 5 each at the moment. We've obviously got 2 cyclers in play, which would be 6, 7. Omnath, sure, yep. So yeah, this doesn't really have it doesn't have any counter magic, so like if we get these to be big enough, then we'll be fine. Right, okay, so cycle this to start. Cycle this one. No point attacking there. we get in 1 point of damage, and it would pump the flare by 1. I'm better off just cycling the rescuer, and I guess we're just better just flaring and then flare again on our turn. Some good cards in there, isn't there? There's an Agent and a Genesis. Yep. Opponents having a time of their life and they don't realise they're dead, so... Yay! Just the world's most expensive deck against our pile of cards. Yeah, again. I kinda want Blitz. I changed my mind to resubmit. It's fine. It's fine. This is definitely too many lands. This is much better. You in the 3/3. Sure. Okay, so they're basically dead. They can't interact with this. Leaf Kindred, the Chump Walker. So, what's the worst thing they can do? They can Agent of Treachery me. Genesis Ultimatum. They've not got any life gain, so this should just be dead. I've got Uro. Uro gains some life, okay. Sure. Okay, that means they're strictly speaking not dead. Uro does go away though, so we still have a bunch of creatures. Are you dead? You are dead. Sweet. Gonna Timmy our way through gold here. Yeah, that sounds fine. Obviously don't really know what they're doing yet, they've just got Temple of Mystery. Okay. Okay. They had a Temple of Mystery. They had a Temple of Mystery. I think I'm good. Obviously not knowing what they're doing, so just go again. They couldn't beat the 3-1s, so they couldn't beat this one last game, so I think I'm just going to roll that one back. Alright, hopefully we get a little bit more information about what they're actually doing. But we are just going to play this thing again, because they couldn't deal with it last time, so... Sure. Some kind of blue-green ramp deck. This is going to be like a night pack ambusher. A night pack ambusher. Get my words out. Frilled Mystic is just trading, sure. Nice. Nice. In that case, we're definitely running out the Stinger, so. This is the Nissa turn, so. Okay, they didn't have Nissa, so. I'm not putting the Stinger into combat, it's just not worth losing, especially when we don't have another threat at all. If we had another threat, I'd just jam it, but because we don't. They seem to have a few lands over there. Nissa, sure.
We will not fail.
Yep.
Behold, nature's true power.
So we deal them 4 here. So this cycling is going to deal them 6 this time. They have a lot of lands. A Hydrate Crisis would be brutal, but sure.
The land fights for us.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana total. Can't wait till this card goes away. Like, this card's just so good. Sure. Right, so we have 10 cards in here. They're on 14. Let's just start cycling. Got 2 cards really to find a Zenith Flare. Hello. Hello, lethal spell. I love it. Oh, there's another one too. Yay! I'm almost certain they should have not tapped all their mana, because I'm assuming they have Aether Gusts and stuff after board, or some kind of negates or counter spells. If they've got Frilled Mystics, they must have some other stuff, so. Alright, let's go again. This deck's sweet, it's great fun, and it's cheap as hell, so. Yeah, this sounds great. The early Fox is usually pretty good against these decks, unless they're playing the Omen of the Forge, but it looks like it's Esper. So might not have an answer to this one too, and then it'll get out of hand pretty quickly. I've got a backup Fox too. I love backup Fox. Backup Fox is best Fox. Actually, no, I lie. Second best Fox. This is best Fox. I think I'm supposed to play the second Fox out and then just make them both 2/2s. Because then if they Teferi me, it's not the end of the world, because I still have a Fox in play. Okay, yeah, the same reason for this. Like, we still have a threat. They're unlikely to have creatures. I'm unlikely to cast that. So 5. Hello, Zenith Flares. How are you? Got a full house in hand here. This might be bounce my Fox. Just destroy my Fox, sure. Destroy my Fox is kinda rude. I would kinda like a land. Okay. Ooh, they didn't hit the land for the Yorion yet, so that's good news. So they're going to gain 6 next turn up to 22. But we did find our land, so. So yeah, the Stinger's going to die, but it means that these will deal... I mean, yeah, that's fine. Hello! So untap land, is it? No. Am I supposed to play rescue route? I think I'm supposed to play rescue route. And cycle one of these now, cycle one of these next turn. So they're going to gain 9 up to 22. Guess it'll be 20, 21 after this trigger. So they're going to go to 20. Withdraw 2 cards. Flare you. Okay, sure. Didn't have an answer to the second flare. That's that's pretty good. Yeah. Just run it back. Opponent is in a tank for their sideboarding decisions. Deep in the tank. On the draw, I think this is okay. I don't think I would keep this on the play. hero deck. That's interesting. Sure. The Fox was a nice pickup. Gives us an extra threat that they have to deal with. I'm going to hold the Go for Blood because we might end up having to fight the hero. Oath. Oath is very good. Oath to kill my fox or oath to kill the rescuer? Oath to kill the rescuer. Sure. Make another 1/1. Okay, we find backup rescuer. Similar to the fox, backup rescuer is very good. We'd like a land. Not that lucky, but that's okay. I think I'm okay with trading this off for their 2 creatures. Okay, that's fine too. Yorion triggers hero as well, which is kind of cool. Kill my flourishing fox, sure. I'd like a red source. Okay, we're not getting a red source, so I think I'm supposed to attack with these. We are only 19% to hit a red source. Do we only have that few red sources in our deck? Wow. Three mountains, 1 blood crypt, 4 foundries. Okay. Sure. Those godless shrines should surely be blood crypts. Actually no, like they're, yeah, as much as we're just screwing here for our red, I guess it's just kind of even. That's gross. Yup. Goodbye, friend. And that's their land for the Orion. That's a really weird attack there. Because I would love to block there. Because otherwise you're making an extra 1,000,000 tokens with the Orion. Still no red source. There's a red source. Better late than never, I guess. Just need to be able to actually get these things in play to start dealing some damage. This is obviously going to gain them 3 life, draw them a card, and make a token. Oh, they're going bigger. Okay, that's fine. That's actually probably not that bad for us. As much as it gains them some life, like it means that we get an extra turn before we before we lose our creatures. Gives some more draws at Zenith Flares as well. Again, kind of weird attacks. Make some tokens, deal damage. And we've now just got the flares, so yep. So they're going to go to 25 here. The flares are lethal over 2 turns. Still find the trading off all the heroes that cheaply is really weird when you've got another trigger there that was going to be pretty good, but maybe they've obviously more experience with their deck than I am, so see where the Oath hits. It might just hit the Lurus here. Bottoms up. It does happen that you can just kind of hit a block of land and stop being able to go off. Like, we do have a lot of cyclers left, so what we've got 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22. 22 of our remaining 34 cards are cyclers. If these Zenith Flares don't get there, that is. We are on 3. So this is choosing even, right? Because it kills all my stuff. Yishk. Zenith Flare off the top. Oh, we are not dead yet, so that's fine. Alright. We have 4 draw steps, or up to 4, to find the last Zenith Flare. Or to find a blocker. Blocker gives us another turn too. That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? I don't think we want to change anything. We just need to kind of be a little bit luckier with our draws and our mana. Like not hitting the lands and then kind of getting stuck with two of those in our hand. Guess it maybe would have been right to, like, knowing they've now got a Bell Haunt means that I would like to hold a land there, because then I obviously just discard a land. Yeah, this sounds fine. Got our red sources early this time too, so won't have any issues with getting the stingers into play, like we had the issue with last game. Dinger. Let's just do a cycle now. We might find a reasonable creature to cast, which we didn't, so we'll just be cycling in their turn, and I don't really want to just fight these two off, like this isn't that big a deal for us. Sure. So they're going to 15 here, we'll have 4 cyclers in the graveyard. Means they're dead to cycle plus flare, so they need a good one here. Come on, opponent, be dead! Be dead! No! Come on, be dead! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Clench! Oh. Okay. It's fine. We'll draw it. We'll draw the other one. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, duress is rude. Right. None of these I actually want to be able to bring back with Allurus yet, right? So I think I'm supposed to play the healer out now. And just try and stay alive. Like this might just get there. Well, it's a good pair there. Oath of Kaya puts him to 9. Yep. I'll go to 7. Sure. So they're going to go to 12 and then 11. So we just need to find this other copy of one of the other copies of Zenith Flare. Another Stinger. Am I just supposed to go land Lotus Stinger? Land Lotus Stinger from the yard seems like a reasonable line. We've got very good blocks on the ground now, so the Yorian's going to gain them 6 life, they'll go up to 16, they'll kill the Ludus. We'll then have, what, 1, 2, potentially 3 draws at the Zenith Flare, I think is where we're at. Extinction Event's not even very good here. Bell Haunt, make me discard the last stinger is kind of annoying. Also puts them to 13. Okay. Triggers. They're just going to flicker the Bell Haunt, so there's no point me holding that. $11 lands, 2 Zenith Flares. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19 cyclers. 19 cyclers. Tackle that if you want. Go to 6. Must be Yachty on time. Can Ross? Sure. It's just creature cards, right? Non-player can't cast spells from creature cards. Okay, so triggers. 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 No. Right. So they've got 12, 13, 14 creatures. We've got 5, 8, 9 creatures. Man, that's brutal. It's so greedy having not played this Yorion out. So greedy. So we've now got 28 cards, 10 lands, 2 Zenith Flares, and 16 Cyclers. If they attack with all, I don't think I'm dead. Because I think this Lotus gaining us life keeps us alive. Get to make some good jumps. So going for it, say even. Even, sure. So I need to hold this until they tap low. Sure.
I am not going to sit this one out.
1 flare, 3 stingers.
Don't worry, I got
Need to find that last flare. I think that's us probably dead. Maybe it was right even still just to hold the flare when they had that veto up, or when they played the ferry. I've got a thought erasure here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's the last one with this deck. For the time being, we'll definitely come back to this one. It's great fun. Doesn't take a whole lot of thinking either. until you end up in a matchup like that. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot to say about this. I don't think we sideboarded once. Maybe we did. No, we didn't sideboard once. The deck's sweet. There's a lot of play to it. A lot of different decisions you can make with your foxes, your stingers, your rescuers, and then when to use your lotus. Flare is obviously very good. So yeah, this deck is sweet. Would definitely recommend giving it a go. But that is going to be everything for today, so thank you for watching. Do let me know how you like the new layout. Would like some feedback on that so I can know what you guys actually want for going forward. I feel like this works a bit better from the feedback that we had. So thank you very much again everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next time.